girls, this is Claudia here from Euroblast in Cologne, and we're happy to talk to VOLA. Yeah, hi. Yay! So there is an album coming up for sure. And what do you feel about the sound of this new album? Is it like very different in writing because it's more space you give?
I think it's very different from the debut album. The debut album had a very clearly defined sound all the way through, with a mellow song in the middle. And this time it's all over the map, but hopefully with a red thread going through. That's what we hope to achieve, at least. But I would say the core sound is a bit more rock-ish, with the elements of metal and elements of electronica and of ambient music. So
you feel like less gent going on?
The gent parts are more like a spice here and there, I would say.
And so for an album, it's always difficult to pick what are you going to have on the album, how is this going to be, So how did you decide about what's on the album?
We usually do demos, might not be of a whole song, but it could also just be a riff or an idea. So we make a bunch of those, and then out of that we only work on the ones that we like, okay, we know what to do with this, or this feels like it could go in a direction. So we pretty much only finish the songs that ends up on the album, because otherwise we never spend time on the stuff that doesn't. We just take, this makes total sense working on this one, and maybe if it isn't easy, maybe it's because it's the wrong riff that you chose to begin with, or the idea wasn't strong enough in the beginning. So I think it was pretty easy and pretty fast, and went pretty smooth. There wasn't that much doubt about what song should be on the album, or so that's how we work.
So you have maybe also bits and pieces that are like not chosen, and then that goes into other songs as well?
That happens quite a lot, actually. If we have some song idea, but it doesn't really make sense, so we just pick and choose and maybe use the riff for some song and develop on that. And suddenly we have that become a new song, and we use the other part for maybe a C part. And
Maybe that's some of the red thread going through the record, is a lot of the songs came from each other. I can't remember what song, but where we made a C part that didn't fit the song, and then I think that we still liked the part, but wrote another song around that. So they like grew out of each other and a little bit, and they could still be very different, because the reason we didn't find it fitting was because it was too different, maybe. So maybe that's why some of the songs are different, but still have something that they're still in family with each other.
And concerning the sound of the band as a whole, like you as individual musicians have your ideas about your instrument and your sound. So how do you puzzle these ideas together? How do you?
I think it's basically about having no ego, as little as possible. There are some guitar parts I wrote. I play bass. There are some bass parts that Asger wrote, for instance. Or we sometimes we were just the three of us. Adam hadn't joined the band yet when we wrote the song, but we were the rest of us in Asger's apartment most of the time when we wrote together, and it was just bouncing ideas back and forth. Didn't matter who got the idea to begin with, and then of course we re-recorded the bass and guitar parts where I play the bass, but I think we don't have that much ego of I need my riff in there, or I need my...
Also not sound-wise with the effects or...
Yeah.
we have we have pretty individual tastes, but somehow we still have the same VOLA kind of. Yeah,
That's what ties it together.
Yeah, exactly. So we pretty much agree very often when we hear something that we like. So it's and as Nikolai mentioned, it's not that much who made it. It's just if we all agree this is a great piece of great song, then we might use it on the album.
Yeah, and I think we know each other quite well by now. Not so much Adam, he's pretty new in the band, but if I come up with a keyboard part, I know what Martin gets excited about. And,
you see it in the eyes.
Yeah, so I'll try to sculpt it to his vibe in a way. Also,
to sell the idea.
Yeah, and just to make it fit his personality and
what's so interesting about bands is that it should hopefully be the collective taste of those 4 people. That's what makes it unique, because we don't like the same stuff, but the stuff that we all like, that's the band sound. At least in our case, I think.
And for you now, being like the new, how do you get into the sounds? Like, what is your how do you get into that vibe?
Yeah.
Because you're coming from another sort of
another universe.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a part of it is the no ego thing, like serving the song, whatever the song requires. You can't like force something unnecessary into the song. But then also the songwriting, because when we wrote Applause of a Distant Crowd, I wasn't part of the writing process, so I came in for the recording process, and
that's when you joined.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I guess it was a bit of luck as well that my drumming style fits so well into their ideas, because they had programmed the drums for the demos. There was quite a lot of stuff where you couldn't quite tell if it's supposed to be electronic drums or a real drummer. So it just fit perfectly where I usually place my style, where I kind of mesh together those 2 worlds with a lot of weird cymbal stacks and stuff. So a bit of luck how well that part fit, but I think it's mostly about serving the song and really listening to what's needed.
A question that is on my mind for some years now is, without a possibility to really answer it, but probably there's something that you also want to share with us. What is this thing called artists? Who defines that?
Artist?
Yes. What is an artist? Who decides who? Yes, you are an artist, or you're not.
I think when you create something in your personal space, then you bring to like the public space for people to look at, to hear, to touch. It becomes art, maybe. So I guess it's a lot about intentions and where you place it in the world. I don't think you have to be like have your painting at the Louvre or anything to carry that title. It doesn't take that much, but I don't know.
It's more the sharing part.
Yeah, to share something with the world. And let it be like the subject of criticism. To be vulnerable in that way.
Yes.
Maybe.
I also think it's a crucial part of it is not just to create, but to actually create emotions. because that's at the center of pretty much any art. So yeah, I don't know, maybe a creator of emotions. I don't know. That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, trying to express something. From within. It can be both spontaneous and it can be very well thought out. I want to do exactly this, or it could be I just want to. If you make abstract art, for instance, and a part of it is not having a pre-consumed, I cannot say that word. Have an idea about what to do, but you can still make art if it's something you do spontaneously. So it's very hard to define because there's so many ways of being it.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you. Also, very important topic is that you are on the road. So there's tour dates and there's a lot to do live. So how is that also for you to go on stage and perform both singing and playing, and isn't that difficult?
It's something I've done for many years, starting out in my room playing guitar and singing. So it's just this is a dream coming true, just to work on having a career like this. So I enjoy rehearsing for it and just trying to get better.
So it comes more naturally because you've done that for a long time, singing and playing together.
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, it takes a lot of practice, but I think because I'm also a drummer, I take some of that in the way I have like coordination that I can use when singing and playing guitar.
Right. Yeah.
So
cool.
I try.
It's hard, and you're doing such a great job. That's why I'm asking.
Thanks. Thank you.
The tour dates are on your website, I bet. And please watch out for the album to buy and for all the tour dates, and go there, see the shows, and thank you very much for your music. Thanks for talking. Bye.